Sometimes we get caught up in lots of little fights or arguments. It's like being stuck in a big mud puddle. We're not getting anywhere, but we've tried so hard that we don't want to give up. We forget about our big dreams and what we really want. Instead, we just try to prove we're right and win the argument. This happens a lot in marriage fights. People stop trying to fix their relationship and just want to make their point. It's like two people pulling a rope in opposite directions. Nobody wins, and they both get tired. Welcome to episode 24 on Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature. When we're in these fights, we feel small and defensive, like a turtle hiding in its shell. Our mood gets worse, like dark storm clouds rolling in. This means we're in tactical hell. Our brains are meant to think ahead and plan for the future, like a captain steering a ship. But in tactical hell, we can't do that. We just react to what other people do or say, like a pinball bouncing around. We get caught up in their drama and feelings, like being pulled into a whirlpool. We go in circles and don't make progress, like a hamster on a wheel. The only way to fix this is to step back from these fights. We might need to do this for a short time or for good, especially if we're in lots of fights at once. It's like climbing out of that mud puddle to get a better view. We need to take a break and think clearly, like coming up for air when we've been underwater too long. We need to calm down our ego, which is like a puffed up balloon that needs to deflate a bit. We should remember that winning an argument doesn't really matter in the long run. It's like winning a game of tic-tac-toe. Fun for a moment, but not important. It's better to win by doing things, not by talking. We need to start thinking about our big goals again, like looking at a map to see where we want to go. We should make a list of what's really important to us. This helps us remember what matters most, like stars guiding us at night. When we do this, we might realize some fights are actually important. If so, we can now think of a better way to handle them, like finding a new path around an obstacle. But most of the time, we'll see that many fights aren't worth it. They waste our time and energy, which are very valuable. Like gold coins we shouldn't throw away. It's usually better to walk away from a fight that's going nowhere, even if we feel really invested in it. Imagine you're digging a hole looking for treasure, but you realize there's no treasure there. It's smart to stop digging, even if you've already dug really deep. Our energy and mood are important. Feeling small and frustrated can make it hard to think clearly and reach our goals, like trying to drive a car with foggy windows. When we step back and think this way, it helps us see the bigger picture. It's like climbing a hill to get a better view of the landscape. It puts our mind in a more strategic mode, like a chess player thinking several moves ahead. In life, like in a big game, people who can plan ahead and see the big picture will do better than those who just react to what's happening right now. Tactical hell can show up in many parts of life. At work, we might get caught up in office politics or small disagreements with co-workers. It's like getting tangled in a big spider web of drama. We spend so much time and energy on these that we forget about our career goals or the company's bigger mission. It's like focusing so much on one tree that we can't see the whole forest. In our personal lives, we might get into arguments with friends or family over small things. We keep fighting because we want to be right, even if it's hurting our relationships. It's like winning a battle but losing the war. We forget that the relationship is more important than winning the argument, like valuing a single puzzle piece more than the whole picture. Even in our hobbies or interests, we can fall into tactical hell. Maybe we're part of a club or a team, and we get caught up in small disputes about rules or decisions. It's like arguing about the color of the team uniforms instead of practicing to win the game. We forget why we joined in the first place: to have fun, learn, or enjoy the activity. Social media is another place where it's easy to fall into tactical hell. We might find ourselves in long, heated debates in the comments section, trying to prove our point to strangers. It's like shouting into a void, hoping someone will hear. We spend hours crafting responses, but in the end, we've wasted time and energy that could have been used for something more productive. It's like planting seeds in sand instead of fertile soil. The key is to regularly check in with ourselves. Are we spending too much time and energy on small battles? Have we lost sight of our bigger goals? If so, it's time to step back and refocus. It's like taking a deep breath and remembering why we started this journey in the first place. Remember, it's not about never having disagreements or never standing up for what we believe in. It's about choosing our battles wisely and keeping our eyes on what really matters in the long run. It's like a hiker on a long trail. Sometimes you need to deal with small obstacles, but you never want to forget where you're ultimately trying to go. By doing this, we can avoid getting stuck in tactical hell and make real progress towards our goals. We can break free from the cycle of pointless arguments and petty conflicts, like a bird escaping from a cage. Instead of being bogged down in the mud of small fights, we can soar towards our dreams and aspirations with a clear mind and a light heart. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If something resonated with you, share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be valuable to others. Now, a quick reminder. Make it a habit to learn something beneficial every day. The content you consume is like food for your brain, so be intentional about it. Otherwise, the algorithm might start influencing your thoughts. Reflect on that. We're always accepting your contributions through subscriptions to our channel. Your support will help us with upcoming projects and ensure we continue delivering top-notch content. Join us by subscribing today.